Yo, Joe Phantomaniacs, welcome to the newest unboxing here on the Needless Things YouTube channel. I know nobody's going to watch this, but here's the problem. Uh, I have got 8 Operation Monster Force figures to review right now, which is going to be the next 2 weeks of reviews leading right up to Halloween. Um, and then I've got 2 other reviews already in the can that I've got to push back until after Halloween. I've got 2 other reviews that I'm getting ready to do. So basically, what's going on is Starduster. If I don't go ahead and review Starduster like now, he's not going to be relevant anymore by the time I get the review up in like 3 weeks or more. So I was like, you know what? It's Saturday. The last time I did a Saturday review and went live with it, it did pretty okay. And also, everybody's going to have Starduster in hand. Yeah, so whatever. I want to review the figure, but there's just no point where it's going to be like, oh, this is a relevant review anymore. So I'm just going to go live. I'll add in my description and everything else later. I didn't give any kind of warning for this at all because I just decided just now, well, this is what's happening. And actually, while we're here, just so you can get a little look at what I'm talking about, how exciting would it be for you guys if I was actually gonna, hey, what's up, Reg Ship? Thanks for stopping in, buddy. How exciting would it be if I was actually doing Operation Monster Force reviews right now? I'm not, but this is the reason we're doing Starduster today live. But look at these. Oh, look at this classy packaging. Holy cow, these, I can't wait to review these. And that was another thing. As I said, I had a couple other things I needed to get reviewed. And to be honest, I really wanted to have a couple of warm-ups before I got into Operation Monster Force, because they're a new thing and I want to make sure I've got the right focus and enthusiasm and everything else because these figures look like they deserve it. So, not that Starduster doesn't, but I've reviewed like 100 or so. Heavy Sleepwalker. Let's see. No, I'm doing them in order. So, but just for reference, here's your guy. Look at that. Woo! Um, so he will be the 6th one I review because I am going to go in order on these. So anyway, Starduster, let's get him going. I just love the new packaging. I've mentioned it tons of times. I love how compact and practical it is. I think they've done a really nice job of taking kind of the best of all the classified packaging designs. Look, Fang for our pal Tom Henry. Look at that, buddy. The Fang, you know it's on the way. Although that does kind of look like that terrible Walmart Fang that came out. Like, I kind of wonder if they just threw that in the picture. Because look, it's got the little stumpy tail. Ooh. It'll be interesting to find out what happens there. Okay. Let's get Starduster out of here. Check out, who, by the way, every single time I say his name, I want to call him Crop Duster. Sorry, that's just what goes through my head. Maybe Crop Duster will at some point be part of Force Brigade, the Audible Interlude action figure franchise. Yes, absolutely, Wreck Ship. Excited to get a Fang pilot figure with the pilot helmet. I agree. Totally stoked for that. Okay, so here's our little punch out cereal box that for your benefit, we're going to see how easy it is to punch out. And look at that. Pops right out. Thank goodness. As soon as I saw that it was this thin backdrop cardboard, I was afraid, oh, I'm going to tear this thing up. But look at that. It just pops right out of there. That's fantastic. So this is, doesn't say Action Stars, which is interesting, but this is a replica, tiny replica box of yeah, let's get it Starduster in here. Oh, you're fired. Let's see. So that's pretty cool. Rec Ship advised me, hey, have some adhesives available to put that thing together. Actually, you know what? I'm gonna do a little folding before I try to do any assembling. And I did not heed his advice because, again, I wasn't totally planning on doing this right now. I will say this: make your bends or your folds kind of all in one go because it is a thinner cardboard, and if you like, the fold could go wrong if you're not careful. Or you could get a fold or a bend somewhere where you don't want one. Look at that UPC. That is ridiculous, the detail on this thing. So as I said, I did not heed RecShip's advice and get adhesive, so I'm not going to worry about that right now. But you can see, really nicely done. The printing on this is great. One of the problems, as I mentioned last time with going live is, well, wait, can I zoom? Well, I can zoom, but it is very difficult to control. So there you go. I'm going to leave it right here, and we're going to take a look at the figure and see how well that works. But love that detail. That was when they announced Starduster. That was my my one hope was, well, if I hope they do something with an in-scale cereal box because I just love that kind of in-universe stuff. I've already heard because my co-hosts Christian and Noel, don't have to review figures, so they already opened their Stardusters up, and I have already heard his neck is not the best as far as having a range of motion. But honestly, isn't that true of pretty much every classified figure since they eliminated that hinge at the top of the neck, which, by the way, still just infuriates me because so many of the figures really, really need it. So, getting him to look right flying, as with any of the jetpack figures we've gotten so far, is going to be a problem. All right. I like his colors a lot. He has a lighter palette than most of the figures on your classified shelf, and I appreciate that. This is an instance where his sort of beige. Oh, and I don't have an original Starduster figure, although I do have a 25th anniversary one that I should have brought in here with me just for fun. But he's hanging from the ceiling, and it would take way too much, and I can't pause this and go grab him like I normally would. RecShip says the Hasbro 3-pack of flight stands are back up on Pulse if anybody needs them. So there you go. I will be hanging my guy from the ceiling. So flight stands will not be a factor for me. I'll tell you what, this portrait, and you guys that are watching live, or anybody can tell me in the comments, this portrait looks really flinty to me. I mean, I like it. I'm good with it. Looks good. All the deco looks great. I mean, look, like I said, he's got that lighter palette. He's something different. He's going to be interesting on the shelf. Plastic on this guy feels really good. He's got solid plastic. Doesn't feel gummy or anything. Joints are all moving pretty nicely. Happy with that. And the camo, you guys know how I feel about camo. You got, gosh, his neck kind of, I see what Noel and Christian were talking about now. His neck sort of bends forward in a way that I don't necessarily remember Duke's doing. I'm just trying to loosen that bottom peg up a little bit. It just seems weird. He does have that Michael Keaton Batman neck. So yeah, if you kind of work that bottom ball joint a little bit, you can get a little more sort of looking ahead. That's a little better. And that's the case with some of these joints is you just got to work them loose a little bit, and then they'll have more of the range that you want. But that camo, as I was getting ready to say, great contrast. As you know, the way tampos are applied, it's the sides are just an expenditure. It really is just that much more money to get the sides covered. And I think they've done a nice job here of kind of faking it out a little bit. Like it goes over just enough that way, and then they've got this piece that goes all the way around. Like, yes, I would like to have it covering everything, but also this is a mass market retail toy. Well, maybe not mass market. I guess it was Pulse exclusive, but you know what I mean. It's not like they're putting that much extra into the online exclusive items. He's got some interesting gloves going on here. That's right, Mini Pete. You're gonna pick up all kinds of valuable lessons here on the Needless Things YouTube channel. So yeah, everything feels good on this guy. Construction feels really nice. So let's take a look at the accessories. Let's set him off to the side over here. Of course, we already know the jump jetpack. Nice solid piece of plastic. I'm really happy that this is a solid piece and not hollow. I don't know, for some reason that just feels better to me. It's got that great star in the back. Some nice paint going on here. And we've seen it before, but we like it. It looks good. And then, of course, you've got the blast effects that I will be using on this guy, since I am, as I said, hanging him from the ceiling. So he's going to need those blast effects. Go ahead and pop that right on there. Oh, wait. There we go. Yeah, that's Rick Ship points out the jetpack doesn't sit great on his back. Feels like it sticks out too much. We have sort of an ongoing backpack problem in Classified now, where they're just not doing a great job of designing these things. And I almost wonder if somebody completely separate is now. Granted, this we've gotten, but this is pre-existing. This is well, everything in this box is pre-existing. Uh, but I think in some instances, the people designing the accessories aren't dealing directly with the figures, which is why we're not getting contoured stuff like we should. It sticks out a little far. I would be comfortable snipping, and I'm not going to do it here live. But one of the other figures I got, I took about that much off of the backpack peg, and it got in there just a little further and really made a huge difference in my satisfaction with the fit. And I might do that here, but like I said, I'm not going to do it live. Actually, I'm going to take those out till we're done. Yeah, that could definitely go in a little bit further, and I'd be happier with it. Let's see here. He has got the steel core flight helmet, which is beautiful. I will not be using it, but it looks great. I like it, and I like that they've kind of adopted this steel core as the Joe troop thing. So if you want to troop build any of these characters, you have that option, or use these across the line at this point. And then he of course has the what I think of as the proper helmet. I like that it's got the star on the front, it's got the tinted visor. That is what we're going to be putting on this guy. Maybe. Let's try from the front back. There we go. Perfect. That's the look I want. Because I want to see that portrait, as realistically, yeah, I would probably put a jetpack or a flight helmet on my jetpack trooper, but I want to see this great portrait. I want to put that visor down and have that look. That's what I like for this guy. He has got the Snow Job laser blaster, which is probably the weapon I'm going to give him. Well, not probably, definitely. Even though that's not, I think the original came with the Gung Ho. What, grenade blaster? Can I say grenade, but not the other G word? I don't know. What are the rules, YouTube? I like him with the laser blaster, which, by the way, pretty rigid. It's not gummy. Feels good. It's got a solidness to it. It does have the port in the front for the blast effects, just like all of them have had. Is this a shot blaster? Oh, it is a shot blaster, isn't it? Oh, this one's a little warped, though. like a tiny, tiny little bit. It's not a huge deal. Gosh, you know what though? This looks so good with that metal finish on it. Yeah, see, that's Mini Pete. That's what kind of what I was thinking is this would be a good Falcon portrait, but I want this on Starduster. Uh, this looks so good. I'm gonna have to use this, which again I think is what the original came with, right? But yeah, I can't take an accessory with paint that nice and stick it in the drawer. It looks too good. So yeah, we're going with that one. He has got binoculars that I am not going to give him. He's got a hand blaster. This is one of the more recent ones because it's got the port in the front for blast effects. Put that right in the holster there. And what's interesting about these, like if you look at this guy and you don't like his beige web gear, which I totally would understand, we've got enough parts now to where you can kind of kit him out a little differently if you want to. Great looking dagger with, if you notice, a little hit of gloss right there in the hilt. Nice touch. That's going to go in that boot sheath. In theory, there we go. And finally, you've got an assortment of hands. I believe let's see. You can see the seams sculpted on there for the gloved look. Pointing finger and a couple of fists for punching. I wish they would do a left-handed pointing finger. But whatever the case, I think I'm going to go with just a fist right over here. He's going to be flying Superman style, maybe. I don't know. But he cannot even begin to look upward. Like, that just isn't happening, which is disappointing. But otherwise, I like this guy. I'm happy with him. Like I said, that lighter palette's going to stand out nicely. Not on the shelf, but in front of the shelf, because I'm going to have him hanging from the ceiling. Oh, no, you know what? He can't have this because he's got to be holding the cereal box. I was totally wrong. There we go. So yeah, he's got to have that hand because I'm absolutely, even though he's going to be flying through the air battling Cobra, he's going to have his cereal box. I got to have that in the display. So there he is, Starduster. I think he's great. Perfect kind of thing for a readily available online exclusive because he means something to the fans and not so much to anybody just wandering around to Target. But good job. I think it's good use of parts. Everything. I'm pretty happy with how everything came out. Like I said, I'm going to shave just a tiny little bit off of that peg and be done with it and hang him up. So there you go. Thanks for watching. Please like, subscribe, share, tell your friends about Needless Things. And of course, coming up in the next 2 weeks. Oh, wait, let me zoom. Oh, wrong way. See, this is what I'm talking about. The zooming. Not great. Operation Monster Force here on the Needless Things YouTube channel. The entire first wave of 8 figures. These are all going up over the next couple of weeks, so check them out. I've already got my reviews of the Joe Fest exclusive versions of these two, so you can check those out right now if you want to. But thanks for watching. Like, subscribe, share, buy what you like. And until next time, yo, Joe.